Alrighty, hey, what's up? I'm back. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This is your nosy neighbor lady show. I hope you're doing fine and good and all that good stuff. But you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Jay Z and Beyonce and how Jay Z was on the wherever he was at saying we shouldn't do rap beef and rap beef is wrong, and then he goes out and like diss all these people and specifically Nicki Minaj, baby, trying to insinuate that. I feel like he was trying to insinuate that the baby was nonverbal. Some people say he was just saying that the husband can't take him to school because he's a PDF, whatever. But even with the forgiveness of Nicki, and even with people going back to Nicki and understanding her plight, and just being real that yeah, this happened with her husband a long time ago. That girl was young, he was young. It really was a different time. But what y'all call him? Lace Z? Jay Z? Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigga huh? I think that Jay Z and Beyonce would have been better off, like, letting everybody know their son was special needs. I think it would have humanized Beyonce. For Jay Z, he's such an afterthought. Who knew he would come back out trying to be whatever with his sympathy fro, you all are calling it. But I feel like if your son is special needs as a celebrity, instead of trying to hide him from the public, I think they should have leaned into that. I think that that would have made people love them more. I think that would have got them, because there's a lot of people with special needs children. And coming from a background where I have worked with special needs children, like, I wouldn't want to be ashamed of my son. And, it's a black son, and of course, he's a promoter of black excellence. And, he's like, yeah, I know they say he put that CD up at Target that y'all boycotting. Supposedly boycotting. I don't know if it's real or not. But he put that CD up at Target. So basically, he kind of said F black people. And y'all boycott this real or fake? Girl, I don't be knowing what be real and fake in the black community. I think it's all a sham and a facade and a mirage. I don't believe nothing in the black community. I'm sorry, I'm just biased. I'm sorry. But still, if it was a real boycott of Target, which people online are insinuating that there is, doesn't mean it's correlated in real life. I don't know. But he put the CD 30 years of being Jay Z or something in Target, like, F the black community, y'all still gonna give me y'all dollars. And I still feel like they should have put their special needs son out. And then for Nikki to come out with her video and they was like, Papa Bear say XYZ, Papa Bear say XYZ, and he comes out and he talks and it's like, I don't think people should go after people's children in rap beefs. And I think that, what did I write down? Not Tina Knowles wig. Oh yeah, y'all is so crazy. Y'all is so crazy. Y'all is so crazy. No, but this I took down my dreads was sacred and all this stuff. Like, honestly, for real, I didn't know you could take down dreads until my daughter did it. My daughter cut her dreads one day. She came downstairs, her dreads was cut, and it was probably the beginning of the end for us. But I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? She's like, I'm taking my dreads down. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you trying to insult my intelligence? Like, who are you talking to? But she actually did take them down, and she actually still had her head full of hair, but her hair is nothing like mine. Nothing like mine. She had her dad's hair. But it is possible. But the campaign of them trying to prove that his hair is real just really shows me how feminine black men are, because if it's your hair or not your hair, why are we in a hair rap beef battle to prove that it's his hair? Women, we all know black women could talk about hair all day, i.e. the thousands and billions of black hair videos. But for a man, I would be so embarrassed if my man was out here trying to prove he had real hair. This man is just embarrassing Beyonce so much. Like, I know Beyonce. Now I see why he stopped being in the spotlight. I feel so bad for Beyonce. I really do. I really feel bad for Beyonce. But I also feel like, what's wrong with letting people see your special needs child and letting people know with special needs children that it's okay and it'll be all right? And I think it will make people love them more. And I think even with the Epstein files and all that stuff, I think it will humanize them as a couple, and it'll be a good look. Like, if I had a special needs child, I wouldn't want to be ashamed of him. or her. I wouldn't want to feel like that. But I guess as being I'm perfect and he's perfect and we're a perfect family, what are you trying to prove to people? You know, and I just feel like even with Beyonce being a Virgo and him being whatever sign he is, Virgos are very smart and they're like meticulous type of people. They're very meticulous and very like planned and XYZ some type of way. And I know this shit is driving Beyonce crazy. It will be driving me crazy, but I just don't know if I could be ashamed of my child because they were special needs. I don't know if I could be like that. And then some people are insinuating that the other baby is like autistic or something, which I don't believe, but it's just like show the sun. Show the sun. People gonna have grace, and yeah, people will shoot shots or whatever. But you brought it up, and you brought it up, and talking about people's children to get attention and accolades. Where even me, I've never been a Jay Z fan, but if I thought about listening to a Jay Z song or something, I'm definitely like, oh my God, no, no, no. And it's like questions where you're like, Beyonce, who was you with, girl? Who is you with? The Epstein files was so long ago, people can't even kind of try to look past it, which they lost millions and millions of followers and stuff because of that. But it's just like, even with Beyonce, not Beyonce, what's her name? Nikki came out and she was like, every time they're trying to do, press control or trying to control the narrative, Will Smith will pop out. And then a celebrity will die, which Peabo Bryson died. And it's so crazy how people just act like Nikki was so crazy. But it's so crazy too how when black people owe you money, they want to get mad at you. That's shit black people do. You owe me money, but you mad at me. And you owe me money. You dissing me and you owe me money. Pay the woman her money. That'll fix everything. Since y'all got it like that, or don't got it like that. Whatever it is, it's just a bad look for Beyonce. I just, for a woman to have all that money and all that praise and all that accolades, just to see her coming down like this, and even how her mama tried to kill people with her gumbo, well, allegedly, I don't know, but still, the witchcraft gumbo, I think y'all call it. It's just like, and then her husband is just out here embarrassing her up and down the internet streets, and she like come out and talk like once a year, and I don't think she should talk more either because I think that the more people talk as a celebrity, sometimes it does make you kind of not like them because it humanizes them in a way that you might not agree with their opinions, you might not agree with their lifestyle, and I think that yeah, people want to know their who they're watching and who they're paying, but I think that's because a lot of people nowadays don't have talent, so they're selling their personalities, kind of like Cardi B. She's selling personality because she doesn't really have talent, and nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? As a person who's kind of trying to sell my personality, it don't really work. I think if I was uglier though, I'd be through the roof in views. I believe that wholeheartedly. If I was uglier, but this is not about me. But I do feel like Beyonce can't tell her man what to do. He tell her what to do. I really think that girl is in an abusive relationship. It's like how can you feel bad for a billionaire or a woman of that stature, but something about her gives me sad. Something about her gives me abused. Something about her gives me people pleasing, had to be this for the world, have to be this for her family, had to be this stuff for so long, even from her being a child star and having to sing and dance and write, so called write. I think that Beyonce is really a victim. I don't think she's pulling all these strings like people say she is, because any string her brand is too mapped out and too perfect for her to be telling this man to do all this stupid shit. He run her. Like they was saying on the videos, he's gonna work her to death and he's gonna make her work till she die and all this stuff. I believe it. And I think his ego after they stole Beyonce music, that I think we would have saw that this summer if they had not stole her music. And the man was on the mugshot like smiling like dee dee dee. I got the music. I'm going to jail. It was like a smirk I think or something, but still, like this video if you want to, if you feel comfortable. But and tell me what you think. But I think that's an abused woman. And people's like, oh, she's getting old and her face is this and that. For one, I kind of think Beyonce was older than they want to say she is because I just remember when Nelly came out in St. Louis and he'd be on TV like, "Oh, I'm 21," and everybody be like, "That nigga ain't 21. What that nigga talking about?" I think they do make people younger. I think Joe Budden was even talking about they make them younger to appeal to teenagers because even back in the day when you bought CDs, teenagers bought CDs. Yeah, adults did, but young people run the world. Young people keep music and culture going. You know what I'm saying? So I do think she's older than they say she is, and I do think that she's gotten plastic surgery over the years, and I do think that she's gotten plastic surgery, and I think she came to a point where she's like, I don't want to keep doing it. Because even with that kind of saggy thing, because I got it, it's kind of like this now. And I think she's just putting on weight, and I think she just don't want to get another facelift. Or she tired of getting all them treatments and stuff in her face because a lot of them girls get that stuff in their face. We just don't know because they have really great doctors. Because even when a person smile and ain't no lines right here, like you a grown ass woman, why ain't no lines on your face? Like you grown. Not grown as in 21, 25, but once you hit about 32 to 35, it's going to be a line or a crease somewhere. Somewhere. And it don't necessarily make you look old. I guess this make you look old. This is my little one little gray hair. And then it's like one somewhere up in here somewhere, but that's my one. It's strong too. That mug be like, bitch, I'm not laying down. I don't care who you is. But still, it's just like, I feel bad for Beyonce that man is just out here embarrassing himself and embarrassing her. And I feel like they need to pay that man some money. I mean, pay that lady her money. And I think that they should bring the special needs boy out. Y'all being in bed and talking about people kids. Bring the boy out so people can see him. And if he's special needs, that's okay. I think I think just as a person, a real person, what are you trying to hide? And it's like it can't get no worse because everything is finna come to the light anyway. We could just see how everybody's being exposed, and it's like for them to keep playing these same dirty tricks that they've played for years. I feel like they should get in front of the story. Well, the story out already. So why not confirm the story so we can move on and we could see them in a different light, I feel like. But I don't know. I hope you have a good night. I just was kind of thinking about this and I wanted to kind of do a video on it. And have a good night. Bye. Stay beautiful, stay handsome. It's all that good googly moogly stuff that you do. Googly moogly. Sorry, bye.